They caught him. They arrested him. Luigi, and I don't know why his last name is not coming to mind right now. And I'll just see if I could look it up over here. But I think it starts with an M. Believe that to me. Luigi. But they caught him, and here it is. I'm probably going to say it wrong. Mangione, 26, was captured at McDonald's in Altoona. So what happened was, because he was captured at that particular McDonald's, and that employee who was sitting reading noticed him with a beanie and a mask on, went ahead and alerted authorities. Many people decided to go over to the Google review site and start randomly, I think even under anonymous names, walling Google and putting bad reviews about McDonald's on that particular Altoona McDonald's in Pennsylvania. So what Google did was remove all the derogatory reviews because they were false about McDonald's. Okay, so getting to that point, before I say anything else, because this video will be quite frankly under 10, promise. I know I say that, but literally this one will. This Luigi Mangione, gosh, you guys, I don't know, I just use his first name. This Luigi was very prominent young 26-year-old man. So he went to university, he had degrees, he was very smart with the use of computers, AI. I think he did a course on that. He was a surfer, he hurt his back or something. He lived in Hawaii a little bit, but he was very knowledgeable, very smart kid. Or he was not a kid, but younger adult. And something took him into being bothered with CEOs, and this one in particular, obviously, because he is suspected of murdering, and I always have to say suspect. I can't say he did it because there's no trial and jury, but he's been suspected of murdering this Brian Thompson that they, in New York they found, and he was arrested from UNITEDHEALTHCARE. So when you look at all these CEOs and everything, America and UNITEDHEALTHCARE, a lot of Americans are fed up, and they're, talking about, why did you arrest him? Why did you do this? You should. You read a lot of comments and it says claim denied. They're responding back to what happened as if, who gives a? I'm not going to say that last word. Guys, if you know the Lord and you know what He says, those who use the gun die by the gun. I'm not in agreement with Brian Thompson. In fact, I'm not in agreement with a lot of bad business and a lot of CEOs. I don't think I'm the only one that have more blood on their hands, literally, probably, potentially, almost likely, than this young man, Mangione, Luigi Mangione, as far as letting patients not get the help they need. And I wouldn't imagine that there would be so many people that would know what I'm talking about, as if having lost someone, myself having lost my mom. I'll give you an example of that. If you look at the beautiful President Jimmy Carter, who has dementia, and he's being, and quote, I say this, he's being, and quote, very well taken care of, because he was a sitting president and he's being watched. And if you know what, I don't want to get morbid here, but if you know what, when we leave this earth, what it looks like, your jaw open, your eyes are sort of not fixed in any particular direction. These are the things that suffice when we are leaving, and I saw this head on with my mom. So I'm not getting too much into that. When you see these things, you know that the time is near, the patient is incoherent, they're not responding. For that, the time is near, or some other awful, sinister reason. But with Jimmy Carter, he's been lasting a very long time. I think it's been a couple of years now, because he's a sitting president. No one is going to F with him, knowing that. So they're going to give him the immediate best care, knowing he is a sitting president. They're being watched. So this young man says defend, depose, deny, and these shell casings. And I'm not glamorizing or anything what he did. The only concern I have here is, although I'm not in agreement with the CEO Brian Thompson and some of the things I read that he did, and I'm not in agreement with what CEOs do as far as having blood on their hands, more blood on their hands, with what we read about the healthcare system, or what we even might have experienced potentially, possibly. I always have to say that, just potentially, possibly. But we know. No matter all those things, the foremost thing is God says not to kill. Okay? I know it's wrong, because it seems like so many people in tires that are higher up get away with it. Okay, maybe. But when someone that is little guy does this, which it should be done by no one, I'm not glamorizing it. No one should be doing that. No one is a hero for killing someone. It's just against all natural law. It's against God's law. They're thrown everything at him, and it seems like no one can go after the people who are really killing the most. And I'll just leave it at that. Because as strong as we went after Mangione, this is why America is probably pissed off. We need to go after the people who are killing with the license and doing more killing than what Luigi Mangione did. The killing is just bad all around. It's just bad all around. So my concern is when you see a lot of people on the internet saying, your claim has been denied, this has been denied. They're kind of being sadistic or sarcastic with what happened in the situation here. I think my concern, as well as a bunch of other people's concern, is there's a lot of people that are saying in the status quo, saying kind of the elephant in the room, saying what is not said, but saying it, I guess, in some way, saying this was okay. And it's not. Killing is never okay. And if your mind can continue to keep fathoming that killing is okay, so it's okay if someone came up to you because they maybe didn't like what you did, to just, hey, I don't like what you did, so this is okay. That's okay. So if you say, hell no, it's not okay. So if it's not okay if someone did that to you, although they don't agree with your message or whatever's going on there, why is it okay if someone does this to someone else? It's just not okay to harm another individual. And that is the biggest concern that I am seeing here. I'm in total disagreement with all the evil that some people do and seem to get away with it. Okay? Horrible. And they just have a license to kill, seems like, and it's okay. Nobody really goes too much after them. Or what this young man, he seems like he was an activist. It's so unfortunate, because he is quite the looker. He's handsome, and he's young. He had his whole life ahead of him. But we never know. We never know how someone, and it seems like something hurt him. Something had to make him do this. Something, we don't all know what it is. It sounds like when he had that mask off, that one time he took that mask off, did you know he was flirting with a woman? Of all the... Hey, just murder's bad. Murder's bad. Murder is bad. Killing is bad. Leave it at that. Okay, so, eyes, ladies, forget that visual. And you know what? This guy probably had, this young man, a great heart, but something really screwed him over, really messed him up. Sad. Until next time, thank you for watching.